Peeps, got a couple of interesting things to talk about today. Well, one very interesting thing in my mind, horrific, um, to do with where I used to work at Nestle. We're a big meat processing plant making pouch cat food, basically. I ran a machine out there called a Volpack, which basically squirted the meat that had already been cooked into little packets and pumped them all out a certain weight and that. But I also worked out the back where we loaded all the meat into a big grinder called King Kong. Now, I used to always think of putting this old bitch that I worked with there. She was a real cow. I used to think it'd be great to dump her in there, never see her again. But guess what? I bet that's taking your mind somewhere. I'll say two words: Soylent Green, right? Now, this plant has just put on another line. They were expecting to when I was there about 2 years ago, but they're umming and ahhing hard because the economic climate and whether to give it to Thailand. I don't believe a word of the bullshit that this company puts out. But one thing I do know, sales were down hard. Now they've put in another line. I only live down the road from there. Maybe I could get a job operating there rather than being chucked in the grinder, eh? You see where I'm going with that, right? It's going to be a whole lot less cats. If the supply was down already before, why are they putting in another line, eh? You know, they want to liquefy people. Where was that? Where did I see that? Some state in America is past liquefying and pumping people's remains out into the sewage. Anyway, we'll leave that be and see how that goes. But this is a short trip for me. So I just had a dream, and it's reminded me of how I thought things would go as far as the leaders looking like they in the Hunger Games and dressing appropriately in the future. I wonder if we're going to see a big swing towards wacky clothing. I just had a dream that Kerry Chant came out. That's the health minister. He came out with the most ostentatious get-up, but it was still boring and bland. But it was just like, I don't know, some little figurine on a board that you'd move around. It almost moved like that when it came out. I call it because I call it now too. But anyway, it was quite interesting, the big puffy brown jacket. But yeah, I mean, and another thing that reminds me of, does anyone know why Gladbags keeps coming out with, that's the leader of New South Wales, keeps coming out with little coloured dots on the top? What the hell is she signalling? It'll be green and red at different times. And anyway, so yeah, this meat packing plan, eh? I better start brushing up on me operating skills. Oh, they're not going to have me back out there anyway. I got done for threatening someone. I don't do it unless they're a complete tool bag trying to screw with my life, because generally I stay away from trouble and people and don't want to have conflict, but that tends to bring it to me because I'm not a brown nose or nothing. And if you don't fit in, especially at Nestle is run by, it's straight out of Switzerland, mate. The way they run it out there, they take away any comforts. Honestly, it was like living in COVID. Oh fuck! I said COVID. I hope the thing gets through.